Yo, what's up, guys? So wanted to share with everybody today my problem or my addiction. Uh, so I have an online porn addiction, and it's terrible. I've been addicted to online porn probably since I was about 14, 15. Literally addicted because the way it made me feel all the way back then was like it was a rush, and I couldn't get enough of it, and I needed it. It's like I needed it, but it was kind of like that, you know what I mean? I wanted it so much that I needed it, and like I couldn't get enough of it, and I didn't know how bad it was for me or for anything else. I didn't know that it would make me have a lack of energy like it does all the time. I didn't know it would, just affect me badly sometimes or anything else. So, me not knowing, like G.I. Joe says, knowing is half the battle, you know. Now you know, knowing is half the battle. Well, it's like, since I didn't know that freaking, that it was bad, or at least the kind of stuff, not the stuff, but so I'll get more into it. Just hold on one second. So, it's like, so if I didn't know how bad it was till I was about probably like 17, 18, and by then it was getting bad. And then next thing you know, before that, when I was about like maybe, I think it was like, I knew that I knew I was getting bad feelings from it for a while, and I didn't really know why that much. And I just tell that it was like I was ashamed of it, from the time I almost started, to where I don't know, I didn't really know how to feel about it besides, that I didn't even know it was normal or not normal. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I just didn't know. Until I was about 17, 18. Then I started figuring out shit was leading me in the wrong direction. That's all it was. It wasn't like I was like, I wasn't controlling it. And then I knew by the time I was 17, 18 that I was going down the wrong path. And, well, that's when it started getting bad, you know what I mean? Because when I was 17, 18, that's when it started getting deeper. Started watching more stuff. I stopped doing it as much because I noticed it wasn't affecting me in my physical aspect that good. To where, like, after doing it so much, it's like there's nothing left to do. You can't do it anymore. You're kind of left without the stuff, you know what I mean? So, let's get into a few subjects real quick. Basically, CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid is the fluid that makes your brain float. It's the fluid that replenishes the organs in your body. It's the fluid, it's your energy, it's your inner chi, your prana, your nuak, your energy, your inner G, inner God. It's the Jesus inside you. So, with all that being said, every time you ejaculate, you're losing all that energy, that chi, your life force. You're losing it all. You know what I mean? So, it'll make you really tired. So, half the time, you know, I'm either really tired or I'm going on a day or two after, or let's say 2 days, and then fucking, yeah, I mean, like, it's hard sometimes, man, so, like, I never really got that good at it to where I could control it that much, but happened more that I could control it more if I was with a girl, and I'd actually wait, because I'd be too pumped up to actually, you know. So, yeah, I thought about, you know, so even recently I've been trying to, like, you know, put myself out there more rather than just stay, you know, saying I don't give a fuck, I don't need a relationship, or you know. But, you know, it's like I want to work on it myself a little bit more rather than jumping into a relationship and then being stuck with the fact that I was addicted to it beforehand and then I just get stuck. You know what I mean? If it was, yeah, that's the thing. I need to work on this myself. So, and I know that. Because it's really bad. Because the things that, I'll say it like this real quick. The things that I've seen more recently, rather than even more in the past, more recently, the shit that I've been seeing, that it leads you to the next thing almost, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like a drug addiction too. It's like it'll just take over, and, you know, you're looking for that next high, whether it's the next time, you know, I already got over that next time shit, not to the point where I can control it fully, but to the point where, you know, I'm not doing it all the time, to where I stopped that. I seen that around 17, 18. But I didn't understand fully until I was about 18 to 21 about CSF. You know, not doing it all the time, and it, you know, it made me understand, and, you know, kind of I was better at it. But so basically so I'm all over the place right now. I'm trying to get a steady pace going. So I don't want to get too in depth right away and miss out something like little piece of it. But yeah, so I think we should jump in now. Yeah, because I got to talk about it, because I'm tired of dealing with it by myself and not actually handling it, and not, there's just a lot to it, you know what I mean? And we'll talk about that too, because it goes with any other drug almost, also with that, you know what I mean? It's like, it you know, they say porn is a new drug, you feel me? So it's like you could say, okay, it's like that, you know? Is it a drug? I don't know. Maybe it is. You know, my cigarettes are a drug, but it's not a mind-altering substance, so it's like not to the point where it's like the drugs like weed or alcohol. I've been 2 years sober from mind-altering substances, like narcotics, weed, alcohol, whatever it is. And I was never addicted to anything that much. I mean, they say you can't get addicted to weed. I'm sure you can, kind of, in a way, but not to the point where you're actually, yeah, like, but, so yeah. That's why you have hangovers, though, because, you know, you get the worst withdrawal symptoms. That is alcohol for you. And the demon for alcohol is alkoo, and that is what it is. So, I'll go over weed real quick and say why I quit weed and alcohol. Because number one, weed is, people would disagree all the time because they're not, we don't get the truth most of the time. You feel me? The truth is, there's 3 times more tar in weed than cigarettes. There's 3 times more tar in weed than cigarettes. It's bad for your immune system. Plus, it's the number 1 drug found in fatal car accidents. So in that way, it does kill people. It's the number 1 drug found in fatal car accidents. So in that way, it does kill people. It lowers your testosterone, weed. And so for men, it makes you feminine. For girls, it makes you masculine. For all the government shit, the municipal shit, that's synthetic shit. It's all synthetic. If you were gonna smoke, you get homegrown, but there's like one other thing that they basically they want to dumb down the population. That's why they're making it legal. Okay. Now a lot of people will just they don't agree with that sometimes, but if you say that along with your addiction, maybe they'll kind of get it. Alcohol, has the worst withdrawal symptoms, Fucking, some people don't know that either. After 2 years of being clean, you're basically cured of your disease. They call it a disease, addiction. And if you're clean for 2 years most of the time they say you're cured of your disease like that. You feel me? So, it's that easy and that hard, I guess, to be, I don't even think about that when I'm in the fucking midst of doing it. I'm like, in the midst of doing it, man? Nah, man. So, like, I'm like, instead of thinking, oh, hey, in 2 years, this won't even be a problem of mine, it'll be a fucking thing of the past. No, I'm thinking I want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm thinking. So we'll get to that in a bit because I want to talk about all the problems that go with my addiction. Then we'll talk about some solutions maybe, and how to go about when you're in the act, or what to do maybe. How maybe I can, or how you can solve it. So we'll think about it and go over it, because I'm sure there's already solutions and help sometimes that people go through and stuff like that. Sometimes they say people, places, and things. You know what I mean? So no. So that's one thing, but to just say no, that's maybe another. But we'll go over that soon. So I'll tell you right now, I'm deep in the shit. Since I was 17, 18, I was addicted to bondage, online porn. 18. I was 18. Around 17 or 18, that's when I seen my first bondage flick. And I was like, it definitely, it gets me off, but, is it something I want to watch? No, I don't want to watch this. And it was like, that didn't matter if I wanted to do it at the time of me doing it. That's the problem. It's that I know I don't want to do it. It's just the fact that when you're in the situation, you're like, this, it's one of the best feelings ever, but then afterwards, it's the worst feeling ever. You understand? So, it's a conundrum, because during the process, it's like one of the best feelings ever, sometimes, for you, or at least you think it is, or at least, it seems like that, it feels like that. You have the high that you get from it, makes you feel invincible. It's like a drug, you know what I mean? And they say porn is the new drug. They even have a fucking site, porn is the new drug. And I tried, I might actually reach out to them just to talk to them and see some things that they gotta say. Just to get some information maybe. Because there's a lot of research done on it, you know what I mean? How much people have actually started doing it more since all this technology came out, and since they have it at the ends of their fingertips, rather than them actually having to go out of their house and get anything, or rather than having, you know, and especially with COVID-19, when you're home by yourself and you're not, you know, all this shit, you know what I mean? So, like, a whole bunch of shit wraps up into it. It's not just, you know, one thing, I guess. To where there's been a lot of research done on it. You know what I mean? I know I'm not the only one, but I know it's not, it's a big problem, but I know it's not, so, like, it's frowned upon, and it's normal, okay? And, like, sex is one of the strongest things on earth, and then, you know, it's like, so, there's a lot to go with all this stuff, but let me just say my story a bit before we go into any deeper stuff about it, and, you know, I might do some research and tell y'all some shit, but, because I can't deal with it anymore. I can't deal with it. And the problem is, the shit gets so bad that I know something's gonna happen to where my body's gonna fucking malfunction, or not just that, or I'll get in trouble, or fucking something, bro. And I don't care at this point. It doesn't matter if something happens like that. I don't want it to. I am praying and, you know, saying it's not gonna happen. But, you know, I'm not, you know, I'll live with whatever I'm doing. I don't care. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. I know my place. My place is with the people and God, and I'll never leave them, and, you know, I'll always serve them. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I just ride it out, bro. Because, there was something from Massachusetts 33 that I, learned today that I think it's like almost, if not all of us are, you know, I think most of us are sexual deviants. And the thing is, yeah, he said all of us were sexual deviants. He said that. I'm pretty sure. And with that being said, so like just being a sexual deviant in general, it's like, you know, it's like, you know, that's the problem, because it's an energy deficiency disorder or something like that, where basically, you know, with all that shit that fucking happened with the high fucking people up in, you know, the celebrities and shit that went to the Epstein Island, all that shit, all that crazy shit. And, it's fucked up. And I talk about that a lot for the fact that I just, you know, I definitely don't, you know, I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. Like, they do fucked up shit. They do really fucked up shit. Like, I try to limit myself and not fucking, but and even that, bro, that's why it's fucked up, bro. Like, it's fucked up. That's why I'm trying to talk about it, because I'm I'm working on myself, and yeah, man, it's like that shit though. How do I explain that compared to this? I don't know. I guess since the Epstein people and stuff, I don't know, had power or whatever, you know, then they, I don't fucking know. I do research, but I do limited research because I fucking, you know, I do my own thing most of the time, to where trust me, like, I listen to the best source. That's the thing. This dude that I listen to, he tells me the best shit ever. I look everything up that he says, and it's all fucking true. Every single fucking thing he says is fucking true. He said he'll give $10,000 to $100,000 to somebody that can prove him wrong. Nobody can prove him fucking wrong because he's always right. So what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, how the fuck are you gonna argue with somebody that's always right? You can't. Not like that. Not to where you're trying to prove him wrong and be like, you know, prove him wrong about the truth and the facts that, you know, he states about, whether it's the world, whether it's about something about yourself, to where he knows the numerology is the God's design for you. And then, so I'm an infinite creator, okay? I'm a balanced infinite creator, something like that. Because my numbers is 3 and 0. My birthday is balance. My 5 is balance. 3 is creation. I'm a creator. 0 is infinity, infinite. So, and then there's a dark, you know, there is a dark side to each one of those. So, look at that. Unbalanced, fucking nothing, non-creation. That's my fucking problem most of the time, because I fucking lack energy. I get wrapped up with the shit that I fucking got the problem with. I fucking, you know, if it's time spent unwisely, shit, I mean, besides the fucking addiction, I don't know, like, nah, I play PS4, but I almost get paid to play PS4, you know what I mean? And I've been looking at that since I was a very young kid. Very young, honestly. Because I've been playing video games since way young. I've been playing video games since I was 3 years old. And I've been very good at it ever since. Okay? Haven't stopped either. So I don't think I'm gonna stop. I like it. It's fun. And I got a lazy eye too. I don't even see out that bitch most of the time. This is the eye I see out of. This motherfucker's this is there. He sees, he can see you. He can see you. Look, he's looking. He sees what the fuck, you know. Nah, he can see you, but if I open this one, he's be chilling back. He's like the pimp at the party that don't give a fuck. No, he's just chilling. He don't give a fuck. But he's pretty, but he don't give a fuck. He do what the fuck he wants. If he wants to, you know, say hi and wake up sometimes and see shit, and he'll do it. It's almost like a metaphor for what the fuck we go through. Sometimes we fucking wake up sometimes and do what we're supposed to do. It's like sometimes we're not functioning. And oh, look at that! I got my fucking my spindles back. I got pissed off and fucking knocked out the spindles because I don't know. Because there is evil in this world. There is stuff out to get you sometimes. But at the same time, it's like you got to put the full armor of God on. You got to you got to sometimes fight evil or wickedness. Like Jesus said, you know. I mean, I wouldn't go totally out of your way. But like if there's like something happening right in front of you and you could do something about it or something, at least just try to help out if you can. Do your best to just do what you gotta do to just try to diffuse the situation almost, you know what I mean? Because shit can get dense, and nobody really wants to bullshit, honestly. Pain is bad. Bad things, you don't want bad things. If you do, then you're just not that good of a person. I don't know. Bad things are just not good. Pain is bad. Sorry, hold up. Not sure about it. Yeah, so it's like, can I just ask the question? Why? Why do we indulge in these acts? You know what I mean? Because not only are we given these things that basically we have to try to not do the wrong thing. Let's say, so at a very, very young age, number one, first and foremost, I've always been into women. I've always been a guy that loves talking to women, look at this. Why the hell not? You're a good looking guy, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you like talking to a woman and, talking to them and talking? I don't know, what do you want to do? So, I've always been in a woman. I loved the way they look. It's almost like I'm addicted to women too, but whatever. So, what do you call it? What was I even saying? I was just trying to. It's not off topic. Okay, so since I was 13, right? But like I said, I've always been into women, right? Yeah, of course, whatever. So since I was 13, I fucking started watching at least online porn, if not just porn. But like online shit is. I'll tell you the difference between online porn and regular porn and even porn in general and all that shit real quick because number one, porn, okay? Porn, that's it's not good. But it's so much whatever. So porn, my cousin Tony actually said porn is the devil's work kind of thing, you know what I mean? Porn, it's like the devil's work kind of, you know what I mean? But, besides that, it's like, all-night porn and just porn in general, man, like, there's so much bullshit with it that, like, the women sometimes get raped, or there's sex trafficking, or human trafficking, or, or there's fucking bad, there's a lot of fucked up shit, okay? And, so, like, I'm trying to think. So since 13, I guess, did I start watching online porn? Something like that. And to me, when I was 13, this is what I thought to myself. I didn't know any better, so I thought if I masturbated a whole bunch, that my dick would grow bigger, and I'd be way better at sex. I'd be really good at sex if I masturbated a lot. which obviously is totally wrong because number one, your dick can grow bigger maybe if you have CSF and if you have the thought process and the whole fucking, we'll talk about having your dick bigger another time. How about that? So, and I was 13, so what the fuck, like, thinking about that at 13. That's just how fucking, some people think like that sometimes. I don't know. I didn't know any better. So, when I was, 13, right? So I was like, this made me really good at sex. And like at CSF, that'll make you bad at sex. Because number one, you won't even get up if maybe. You might not even get up. Number two, your dick might, or your fucking, or your whatever, badonkadonk, coochie, cha-chas, if that's what, I don't know what you labeled the, boobs, what kind of, funny name you call those, chi-chis, I think they're that, chi-chis, but lack of CSF, I think, goes for all those things. So yeah, man, like, and I know a lot of people struggle with shit like this, so I know I'm not the only one, and that's why I'd love to talk about it and try to figure it out myself and get it off my chest and see if we could talk about it, come together, figure something out, work together on it, figure out solutions, whatever. So, I just heard today that your problem is your product too. So, basically, it's like I'm coming out with my problem, and that's basically what I'll, basically get, whatever, so, 13, 14, so like I said, that's why I really started doing it, because I thought it would just make me good at stuff like that, once I'm ready to actually, once I was ready, or once I wanted to, or whatever the fuck ever. I just thought it would have made me good at whatever like that. Which, obviously, might make you a little, like, better in some aspects, but I thought totally different than what it actually is, because the CSF aspect. Because I thought if you do it all the time, I thought if you do it every fucking day all the time, you know what I mean? That's what I thought, like, actually fucking doing it a whole bunch would fucking have you better at it. That's what I thought. At that age. I didn't know better, bruh. Like, nobody explained it either. I'm just fucking, and I don't think I asked anybody really. You know what I mean? It's kind of confidential, especially when you're that young. No, I'm like, hi, I'm gonna go do this, and I'm gonna get fucking real good at it. Nobody gonna be as good as me. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. I'm gonna be the best of this shit. Yeah, I was fucking, yeah. Look at me now, struggling. But, I'm not struggling. Not that much, but I gotta say, it's a problem of mine that I'm working on, that I've been working on for a long time, at least since 17, 18. Because I noticed, once that bondage came in, once that shit, and even, it wasn't just the bondage, it was the fact that I had lack of cerebrospinal fluid. I didn't know that at like 17, 18 at first, but I knew I was getting tired. I knew I was shooting blanks. Okay? That's when you know you fucking had enough. That's when you know you're fucked up. You're shooting blanks. That's when you know you gotta stop. Fucking nothing comes out when you go to, when you're ready to, when you orgasm, when you go to ejaculate, nothing comes out. So whatever. So yeah, man, it's like I love business. I love business. I just always been into business. I want to definitely do more stuff about business on my Business Gregory page. But this is for Motivational Gregory, because this is some serious shit, kind of, you know what I mean? This is about my addiction. This is my addiction, okay? This is what I go through. This is my addiction. My addiction is this, okay? I've been addicted to this since I was 14. And not only that, but it got really bad about 17, 18. I don't know how in depth I want to go what happened when I was 17. And that's just kind of weird anyway. I don't know if it's weird. It's not weird. I don't know. Like, I don't think we have to go all that in depth. And pardon me, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's like one thing led to another, you know what I mean? Before bondage, it was something more extreme than not bondage, but it was more extreme than the thing I was watching before that. Before that, it was like I was watching something more extreme before that. You know what I mean? So it was like, before bondage, it was squirting. Okay? I'll be totally honest. Whatever. You know what I mean? What? You know what I mean? Being honest. Maximum file size reach. What the hell? What? I can't. What? It's bullshit. I want to record more than this. Maximum file. Oh, man. So I'm going to have to put this in 2 videos or something? That's so stupid. How do I put the 2 videos together then? Oh, man. Come on, man. I ain't trying to fucking have all this. So, I don't understand that. But, so yeah, it was like squirting. Before that, it was like just, you know, hardcore fucking sex. I don't fucking know, man. So, like, besides all that, man, I'm not getting into all of it. But, yeah, man, like, alright, look, it's like, well, you see the, if I've been addicted to porn since I was 14, and if I've been into bondage, or at least addicted or into bondage since I was 18, imagine where I am now, you know what I mean? It's fucked up. It's fucked up because not only is it fucked up, but it's like I'm doing the best I can to not be fucked up, you know what I mean? And ever since I was 18, I was like, the first time I seen a bondage video, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit is fucked up. Like, it seemed like the girl was almost being, you know what I mean? I don't even want to say it. That's how fucked up it is, you know what I mean? So, it's like, that's my problem. Maybe someday it'll be a product to where I can solve it and, like, talk about how I solved it, okay? So that's maybe why I'm talking about it now. You know what? It feels good to talk about it. I might have to put in 2 fucking videos because it just said something to where 4 gigabytes is all fucking it could take at one time or something. I don't fucking know. We'll figure that out in a second. But let me finish this video and wrap it up sooner or later. So some problems are with that too. Okay, so let's talk about the problems and then maybe the solution, because this is a long video and it's starting to take. So I'm not trying to make it too long. It's almost like Massachusetts 33. His shows are an hour and like 30 minutes sometimes, but you know all he talks about is the truth and everything but the truth. Everything with the truth. So problems, lack of energy, shit that's actually on there, the way you feel after you watch it, and like after you watch it, and the shit that it makes you think about, or like just makes you feel, you feel like shit. After you do it, you're like, you feel like shit, feel ashamed. I'll be honest today. I'm kind of more out of it. I'm out of the out of feeling. I still feel kind of like shit because of what happened, but so it's like you feel ashamed. It's like you feel like you don't belong with, like, it's almost like you feel like you don't belong with the people that you want to be with. Almost, it's like you feel ashamed. You feel like shit. You feel like you just fucked up so bad that, like, nobody yeah. Feel like people won't talk to you. Feel like people will, like, fucking abandon you because you fucking. And I'm sure people do sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's part of it, and that's part of the problem. And it's just, that's the way. But you shouldn't feel bad, because, you know what? That could be your fucking solution too, is that you can make that into a product. But at the same time, you don't want to do this shit. And I'm trying to talk about it to resolve the problem, to make a solution to the problem, and to also make it maybe a product and help others too. That's why. You know what I mean? So, like, last night after, it's like I'm like, it's like shock and awe, bro. It's like you in shock. It's crazy, man. Cause like I'm wearing. That's not why I'm wearing black today. Usually I wear light colors, or just cause I'm wearing black today. I like gray. I love gray, not just because of business. Yes, because of business. I love black, gray, and white. They're my favorite. And I've always been into balance. Before I knew balance was my fucking numerology thing, I was gonna get a yin yang tattooed on my fucking body before I even knew that I was balanced. Ask my dad, ask Tony, ask whoever like that. They knew. I was like, I want yin yang tattooed on me. Yin yang. Whatever it is. I was always about balance. I was always about, it's like cause I always knew what to do in, like, a bad situation. Like, if I was about to do something really bad, I was like, yo, like, I'm not gonna do the terrible thing, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to do the right thing, you know what I mean? If I was around crazy ass drugs, I was like, dude, I'm not gonna take these fucking crazy fucking drugs, like, because I was raised right, you feel me? I was raised not fucking thinking that way. I was raised not to do that. I got introduced by a best friend to drugs and cigarettes and stuff like that. And yeah, and I experimented with whatever myself, and it's just, I don't know. But, I just knew, that's probably why, because I'm an empath. You know what I mean? I feel, I feel whether it's emotions from others, or whether it's the right thing to do, or, so I don't know what that would be. Empath, usually I talked about my problem to my friends or family. Never really opened up that much about it anywhere else. That much, at least. Opened up about it at the program I used to go to. Opened up about it to a few people, but not a 45-minute video about it that anybody can see in the world. So, for that, I feel kind of proud that I could talk about it. And sometimes maybe it'll take a little while before you talk about it. And just depends. Because, I don't know. But, so, let's go over the problems and the solution then. Problems. Feel like shit. You feel ashamed after doing it, you know. Recording will be stopped. It doesn't even tell me. Hold on. Alright, so back to where we left off. So, problems. Some problems are that you can't even function like the day of or the next day that good. You know, you're friggin', you're so tired. You know what I mean? My boy said if you do it every day, or like if let's say you did it and then, or like one day you did it and it's one day, or like you do it every day, you know. If you do it more than once in a day, you're exhausted. You're totally exhausted. You know what I mean? If you do it every day, once a day, you know, you're pretty tired. You're really tired. You do it every 2 days, you know, you're kind of tired, you know what I mean? You do it every 3 days, you know, if you do it every 3 days or whatever, you're not that tired. But, you know, you're like, I don't know. So I forget exactly what he said. He said something like that. So you're not that tired, you know what I mean? Alright, 3 days. But, so the longer you go, the more energy you'll have. But, problems, feel bad, you know, after you do it, blah, blah, blah. Lack of energy. Thoughts of bad things, maybe even during the act of doing it, it's like, you know, so what the fuck am I even watching? Like, if it's not fucked up, it's just like, you know, I'm watching another person, like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. My eyes, it's like I'm watching somebody else do it, and I'm like, well, I'm watching someone else. Why can't I do it? You know what I mean? I bet you I'd have a better time if I just did it with, you know, somebody that I liked. So sometimes, I don't know. Or maybe even that person there, but that's probably a porn star or someone that fucking is fucked up. I don't know. Yeah, man. Like, it's just like that, man. You know what I mean? It's like, besides all that, you know, it's like, I'll tell you like this, because this is what I think about sometimes. I know there's help. I know there's some help for it that you can maybe get, you know, that's not that scary of help, almost, or something like that. It's not like that, but, you know, I mean, sometimes things don't help, and they say they are supposed to help, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go to a doctor and they say they're there to help, but, you know, sometimes the doctors don't help. You know what I mean? Like a psychiatrist almost. They just fucking, you know, I don't know, but. So, it's like, I don't know. With like a psychiatrist, though, it's like, you have the right to put whatever you want in your body, not, you know, not somebody else telling you to put something in your body that you don't want. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have somebody telling you what to put in your body. You know what I mean? At least like that. But let's say, because you know the pharmaceutical is pharmacare. You know what I mean? It's devil's work. But I want to say there is help. There's people that are on board that know about the stuff that I'm talking about, kind of. I know there are people that know. If I were to call that hotline, you know what? I think I might call the hotline. I want to call it Nowish, but not for the fact of something else, but for the fact that I just want to get some information, my own information, so that I could benefit myself and maybe others about everything that I've been talking about almost, and or just some stuff. And so there's help, and then not only that, but there's people there. There's people, you feel me, that'll understand and feel the way where you're coming from, and this is part of the solution. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about part of the solution. So like, there's people. Maybe the problem too. You know, I mean, maybe you know the problem that you're going through is kind of like, you know, something you get help for or something. So, talking about it in your own, what do you call that? Like your YouTube or Facebook or, you know, Facebook, whoever your followers are, you know, kind of coming out to them and expressing whatever you would want to express. Maybe your problem being your product. Your problem would be your product. So, I guess you kind of do it like that. But, so, it's just like, it felt really good today, talking to all y'all, talking, you know, about it, to get that off my chest, because I never really talked fully about it like I just did now, because I just got in depth, pretty much, and that's been what I've been wanting to do to, like, whoever else. But literally, I touched almost every subject on the fact of what I've been doing and what it was like. So, that's my problem. And solutions, I'm 27 right now, by the way, if I didn't say it. Solution could be, here's some solutions, okay? Here's what I think. Now, before we pick up our drug of choice, okay? What are we thinking to ourselves? We're thinking some stuff now, right? We're thinking, before we pick up our drug of choice, we're like, I want to go over all this today, but there's a lot of stuff. We're thinking how, you know, how high we're gonna get. We're thinking how off we're gonna get. You know, we're thinking how benefits like that. We're not exactly thinking of. We're thinking of the things that might affect us, where it fucking makes us feel bad, but we're not thinking of it fully, or we're not just we're kind of ignoring it almost, and kind of like suppressing it. You know what I mean? I heard fighting your addiction, or fighting whatever it is, fighting it. You know what I mean? You gotta fight that shit. Um, it's like when we're about to do it, we're like, man, I want to do it. You know what I mean? I got to. You know what I mean? I just want to do it, man. I just gotta do it. Feels good. Want to feel good. Want to feel good right now. Let's fucking do it. You feel me? But it's bad. It's not gonna treat you right. But you're just like, oh, I gotta do it. Gotta fucking do it. I can't help it. And you're fucking thinking that the whole time. So that's part of what happens, honestly. Like, I don't want to do it, but I got to. It feels too good. You know what I mean? Can't help it. I don't fucking know. But, it's like, maybe if we use that energy in another place, you know what I mean? Put it to use somewhere else. And also just say no to the thing that is the bad thing we were about to do. Say no to the drug of choice. You know what I mean? Like, literally, that's what saved me from not doing drugs or alcohol, like weed or alcohol, all for these 2 years. I just said no to it, honestly. Like, it got brought up to me. The one time I almost did, and you know what saved me? My boy Justin. Justin, I'm not saying his last name, but Justin did. Okay, Justin, my best friend. He actually said, bro, you don't drink. Like, don't even fuck around. Like, that's, you don't even drink. Like, you've been sober for a couple months now. I was like, holy shit, you know what? You're right. I wasn't thinking that night. That night, I was around it too much. You know what I mean? People, places, and things, yes. But it was like the girl I was with, I was like trying to tell her, I was like, yo, like, I don't drink, and like, you're drinking too much. And like, it's making me fucking, honestly, I was going crazy there. And like, Justin and Robbie might not understood it that well, but I'm sure they understood that, the girl was like, and actually I'm still talking to the girl, so, talking to her at least in the fact of I'm still in contact with her, and I talk to her every now and then. But that night, I was like, it was just wild. I was getting pissed off because fucking she was acting up. I don't even know. It almost seemed like I drank that night. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. I guess I had enough self-control to be around that shit so much. Fucking literally to the point where they're drinking, smoking right in front of me, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I don't do that, but it sure as hell looks appealing as frick, because, that was my whole plan. After getting off probation, I was just going to start partying and fucking smoking mad weed, and I was gonna go back to my old ways and start smoking mad weed and shit. But that shit got changed real quick, because I got high the one time, and I was like, I started hearing shit. I started bugging out. I was like, I felt weird as fuck. I'm like, you know what? This is exactly how I felt when I was like younger, when I started slowing down on it. It's like I started slowing down to 17, 18 on weed, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. When I was 17, 18, someone told me to slow down, and that's what fucking slowed me down. It was Uncle Dwayne. Uncle Dwayne told me to slow down. He's like, you don't have to take that many hits all the time, you feel me? He's like, just take a few, and you'll be good. You know what I mean? And like, I'm like, so I was like, what? Like 1 or 2? He's like, 1 or 2. I'm like, alright. So I'm like, fuck that, dude, I'm gonna get high as shit. I'm like, whoa. Next time I think I'm only gonna do 1 or 2, because I'm a little fucked up. And then I was like, I took like 3. I'm like, I'm a little fucked up still, you feel me? And then I took 1 or 2, I'm like, I'm fucked up, but I'm kind of in control, you know what I'm saying? If I want to get real fucked up, I'll smoke more than 2. If I want to not get that fucked up, I'll smoke 1 or 2. I smoked 1, I was like, I'm good. I'm like kind of high right now, but I'm good. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck. Yeah. Thank you, Dwayne. You fucking saved my ass on that shit. Because once you told me that, I slowed down a bit. And then I knew with 1 fucking hit, this is what it did to me. It fucking made me so goddamn paranoid with 1 fucking hit of a blunt one time that, like, it's like I was in my basement and I'm just like, I'm by myself and I'm like, yo, like, I know this shit is fucking me up, man. It's either, I'm looking at the blunt, I'm looking at it in my hand. It's like, I'm going to either smoke this whole thing or I'm going to take a hit and put it out and just know. Or I said something, I forget what it was, but the 1 hit that I took, I was like, that's it. Nope, I feel like total shit. Because this is my story on how I got sober. 2 years sober. I'm 2 years sober off drugs and alcohol. So I took the 1 hit, right? And I'm like, yo, I feel like shit. I was in my basement. I'm like, it's not because I was in my basement, but I just knew. I'm like, I felt my surroundings. It wasn't just my basement. Because when I used to go to my basement sometimes for, like, clearance on, like, feeling good and stuff. You know, we used to play video games down there. You know, I had to do my laundry. But when I was down there, I'm like, I feel this shit. This shit is fucking me up. And I knew it. I'm like, this shit is fucked up. I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm like, yeah, like, take this shit back. I don't want to have the whole fucking thing. Have the whole blunt. You guys have it. Have fun. You know, good luck. I'm done. After that, I quit weed for a whole fucking year, basically. I'm not even playing. Yes, I did. When I was 18 to 19, I quit weed for a whole fucking year, basically. Yes, I did. I'm not fucking playing with you. Like, how long you been sober? Well, I haven't smoked weed, but I drank beer and alcohol. You know what I mean? I drank beer and liquor. But then it was like, you know, after being on beer and liquor, it's like once you drink beer, it's like, bro, I'm fucking hyped, bro. Woo! I got to chill out a little bit. And you want to smoke, you get like, woo, damn, that I feel real good. And it makes you kind of want to do it. You know what I mean? But no, don't do it. Drink some fucking soda, goddammit. Drink some goddamn water. That's what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck if soda's bad. It's keeping me away from alcohol and fucking other drugs. I don't give a fuck if PS4 is bad. I'm about to play it in a little bit because that's what kept me away from fucking evil people, fucking bad people, and fucking crazy shit. You know what I mean? I could have fucking been roaming around the motels. I could have been roaming around my fucking neighborhood. No, I'm sitting in my house playing a goddamn video game, minding my own motherfucking business. Damn, this video's been going on a long time. But there's several videos because my fucking phone doesn't compute with the fact that, you know, we need some lessons. So, holy crap. Tango, is that you? Tango, is that you? It might have been the cat. I don't know if you guys know. Tango, is that you? Tango. Tango? I got food, baby. I got food. I don't got catnip. I got tuna. You like tuna? It's fish. I know you like that fish. Pescado. Oh, shit, I dropped a cigarette. If you want to smoke, too, just get that one. It's good. I don't know if cats smoke, you know what I mean? If they want to. I'm just fucking around, man. You ever watch Tom and Jerry? That used to be my favorite show. So, like, look. It's like... Alright, so... Like I was saying, though, like... it was a matter of, I've been around this shit now for 2 years. I know a lot of people that do the drugs and shit, do alcohol. I'll be around it, and yeah, I'm really fucking tempted, but then I'm like, hold on a second. I'm not gonna do that because I've been sober this whole fucking time, and I'm not stopping being sober, alright? For nothing and nobody. Alright? You feel me? You feel me? After a couple months of being sober, that's what your thought process is, because you're like, dude, nothing's gonna stop me now. I'm rolling, bro. I'm rolling, and why would I stop? If I wanted to stop, that's different. But I don't want to stop. It's like I see the drugs and alcohol right in front of me. I don't give a fuck if you're drinking. I don't give a fuck if you're smoking. I'll walk away. You know what I mean? If worse to worse, I gotta walk away from that shit. It's not like, you know, and if it's a toxic environment, you know what I mean? Just, you know, I'd keep to my goddamn self probably. You know what I mean? But no, I'm done. I haven't smoked weed. I haven't drank beer in 2 years. Since January 1st, it's been 2 years. My last thought of that when I stopped drinking and smoking was, I stopped smoking a couple months before that, so maybe like a month or two, something like that, around there. But my thought process when I was quitting was like, number one, fucking I knew weed was just fucking crazy as fuck. It was making me paranoid as shit. So it's not just that. So, oh yeah, by the way, for the weed smokers, for I told you already about what weed does, but the other thing, weed causes more psychosis than LSD and mushrooms. Okay? Not N, but like LSD or mushrooms. LSD and mushrooms. Either one. You know what I mean? Cause more psychosis. You know what psychosis is? It means you hear or see shit. Okay? You get more of that on weed than you do fucking LSD or mushrooms. That's fucking crazy. Because that's crazy. That's crazy talk. That's wild. It's studies, man. Studies that have been done. I'm not playing with you. Not playing with you. Research. Hard-ass research. Because I talked to doctors about it, okay? I didn't just consult fucking a goddamn fucking person on the street about it. I talked to doctors. I talked to doctors, counselors, psychiatrists. Yeah. Yeah. That's the truth. The truth. Mad research has been done on it, alright? About all that shit that I said. I'm not even playing. If you want to know, I'll tell you too. Know what I mean? I gotta preach to myself before I preach to anybody else, and I preach to myself all the time, you feel me? At least about that shit, because I've been 2 years sober, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Pistuo, Pisto, something like that. But yeah, man, it's like just saying no to it, like, it's that hard and it's that easy, you feel me? It's like, you know, you're around it and you're like, damn, that's really tempting. But then you're like, wait a second, I know all that shit's bad. You feel me? That's the thought process of my shit. Or at least that's almost what it was before I got sober, you feel me? I'm like, it's, first of all, beer, it's not disgusting to me. It's that it you know, half the time that's what people say. It's either disgusting or they like the taste. It's like it's disgusting to them sometimes, and they just drink to get drunk, or they drink to feel good or whatever. And I'm like, what? So there's good drinks that, you know, taste good, but it's like sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? And it's like, why? You know, and so like, it's like I started my last beer My last beer was on December 31st, 2018. And I drank half a beer, and I was like, I don't want any more. It's disgusting. I'm about to throw up from it because it's that disgusting to me. Not from the taste, but from what they put in it. Okay? That fucking... There's literally been... it was called Operation Swill. About like 15 out of 30 restaurants in New Jersey were watering down their alcoholic beverages with rubbing alcohol in water at one point. That was like 2013. So to me, you know, sometimes I just be tasting like rubbing alcohol and shit, and I'm like, well, I'm getting fucking sick from this shit. Like, I'm, you know, I really don't want to, really, yeah, it's making me sick. So I stopped. The weed was just like all the things that I said, you know. Didn't only just make me paranoid, which it does to people. You know. Tupac said it. He's like, what did he say? He was like, will I succeed being paranoid from the weed? I forget what he said. That came after that and shit. But so like with the weed, I was like paranoid, and it just made me fucking stupid. I guess I don't fucking know. Made me feel terrible, honestly. Fucking some of my bodily functions, my body functions would just fucking start malfunctioning. Like, I'd start malfunctioning. My body would just start malfunctioning. Yo! Yeah, thank you. My body would start malfunctioning from fucking weed and shit, you feel me? And like, yeah, the one, that was the time that I was talking about. The one time that I started hearing, I heard some shit, and I'm like, that was the night, and then my boy was taking me home, and I was like, yo, bro, I don't feel good, bro, pull over. He's like, what? I was like, dude, you gotta pull over. He's like, the fuck, man? I'm like, dude, please, right now, bro, I'm not even fucking playing. He's like, what the fuck, man, all right. Like, so he pulled over at one point, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, I don't feel good, bro. Like, something's wrong with me, dog. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the shit that will make me feel. That's the shit that fucking people feel sometimes from that shit. And I'm like, I'm not down for it. So that was actually at the point that I basically stopped. You feel me? That was the thing that made me really stop. And I was like, fuck this shit. Alright? That's when I said, fuck that shit. Like, if I was gonna do it, then fucking, I would have done it. But I said, at that point, that time, just basically my heart, you know what it was? My heart basically felt like I was gonna fucking die. Something was going on with my heart. And my stomach, something like, to where my stomach and my heart were not fucking, they weren't feeling that good. When I smoked that fucking little, I smoked, I don't know how much I smoked. It wasn't that much, but I smoked enough to where, yeah, I something was wrong. And I wasn't trying to die just from weed. Which most cases, the only way you really, well, they probably won't even tell you that shit either. They probably won't tell you people have died from weed, from fucking losing their shit or fucking getting fucked up. Yeah. But they will tell you at least this, that weed is the #1 drug found in fatal car accidents, so in that way it does kill people. But I don't know. Whatever you guys want to tell yourself and listen to, because I already told you everything else. If you want to hear it, I'll say it one more time. Weed has 3 times more tar than cigarettes, bad for your immune system, plus the #1 drug found in fatal car accidents, so in that way it does kill people. And the rest of the shit, The rest of the shit, do your research on it, because it's not good. So, they will lie to you, too. They will say weed, they will glorify weed and tell you weed is good for you. You feel me? Now, whether it is, whether it isn't, I'm not doing it. All right, I'm not doing it. Like I said, it don't work out no more for me. I stopped doing it 2 years ago. I've been 2 years clean. I'm done. Whether it has any health benefits at all, you know, whether it helps out in some different ways, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about addiction. I'm talking about how to fucking, you know, how to work with addiction somewhat. Let's say you do your drug of choice. Do your best not to feel that bad. You know, do your best to get up the next day. You know, do your best to just feel good and say you're all right. You know, be all right. You know, say I'm all right. Say I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm wise. I'm in relationships. All right, because really, it's almost like it's not just a mindset. It's your feelings, your mindset, the way you think, the way you say, the way you do, your currency, you know, is what you currently see. Pay attention to the good things, all right? So, at this point, I think I'll end the video and say, let's work on it, you feel me? Do your best to say no to that shit. Know what I mean? Do your best in the midst of all of it. Try to do something that'll make you feel good that isn't that, because you're doing it to feel good, right? You're doing it for a high. You're doing it to feel good. You're doing it to get stuff off your mind. I don't know, whatever you're doing it for. You know, there's a lot of different stuff. So, you know, do your best to do something else instead. Call somebody if you got to. You know what I mean? It's very hard too, because it's like you're in the midst of it, you don't even want to. It's like you gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, whether you go cold turkey like Massachusetts 33 would say to do, at least. I'm not sure if he's ever been really addicted to anything like that. But whether it's go cold turkey or whether it's, you know, a process. Sometimes it's a process. But at the same time, do your best to because it took me a little while. It took me a little while for I mean, what? I'm 27, and I must have quit when I was 25 then around. I've been 2 years sober. So I mean, the 1 year that I was sober, what? That was before I was even on probation. While I was on probation, I still smoked every year of that time, at least once or twice. Because they only did mouth swabs most of the time. If they did the piss test more often, which they didn't have to, because I was already, you know, I was going to program mostly all the time that I should, or I could. I was doing that good. I wasn't getting in trouble. You know, I'm not like a troublemaker like that. So it's not like I was. So yeah, I fucking. So what? Yeah, they did mouth swab, and I like took a hit every now and then, which I didn't know. I didn't know you weren't supposed to drink though. I didn't know that shit. I did not know that shit. I was partying a little bit. I used to drink a little bit. Lucky I didn't get caught for that shit, because I didn't know you weren't supposed. Like, I thought because you were 21, you were allowed to like drink. I didn't know that. No. Illegal, yes, I could understand illegal. You can't do something illegal. But I thought, drinking. I don't know if I must have thought that after the fact. I might have got told at first that, you can't do drugs or alcohol. Might have got told that at first. But then my thought process was, my thought process might have been, alcohol only stays in your system for 1 day, and weed stays for 30 days, but it only stays in the mouth. Mouth swab is only for 1 day. So I don't know, man. This is like, during that whole time, I was talking to people from probation and all that shit, or even before that, a little bit after maybe, because they do whatever they have to do to fucking get through whatever they have to get through, and that's just the way it is. And that's, you do what you gotta do. I'm not trying to say anything to anything. I'm just saying, bro, like, instead of cheating, do your best to not, you know what I mean? Alright, guys. I'm gonna end soon, because, this is a lot. So, do your best to just say no, or just try to do the right thing, and try to do the right thing before you were to do before you were to pick up the drug or whatever, drug of choice or drug of choice or drug. Before you pick it up, maybe say to yourself, or not say to yourself, but try to talk yourself down from it. Say no. Call somebody, or try to do something that's productive, not just productive, but try to take your mind off of it by doing something else. All right, guys. Besides that, y'all have a good day. We'll talk about this more on how to maybe fix the problems as we move along. And I'll talk to y'all soon. And God bless y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate it. All right. Take it easy, y'all. Stay positive. All right. Love y'all. Later. Have a good one. Bye.